Hi guys, and welcome back to the Grace Games channel. Today I've got a better look next time video for you, and in a few moments I think you'll realise why I've decided to call it that. I've got first a Pershing game and then a T43 game. I'm playing the Pershing, as I just said, which is the medium tier 8 American, and I'm on steps. I'm top tier, and at the moment I'm just deciding where to go. I think that I'll probably head down towards the cap, because on encounter I feel like that's the best place for mediums and lights to go. At the moment there's a Leopard and a T71 heading across pretty much the middle of the map, and they're going to spot quite a lot of the enemy. So I think, oh hang on, why are they spotted? I might as well try and take a few shots. I'll start by trying to shoot the T20. Unfortunately that goes a bit too high. There's no shortage of things to shoot at the moment, so I decided again for the T20. I know that I'll definitely better pen him. And then I think, oh, why there's still loads of things, I'm not moving positions, why there's all these things I can shoot at. I'll keep going. Fortunately, another miss. This gun does take a little bit of time to aim, but I think sometimes I don't let it aim fully, I just shoot before it's fully aimed. So that could have been where I kept missing there. There's a Comet and a T37 on the enemy team starting to make their way down the middle, so I sort of try to prioritise those. I don't want them to get too close, because then they're going to spot all of us. They're coming closer. It seems like they've already been damaged a little, but they're still moving forward. I try and get a shot into the T37, but no. And the Comet seems to be heading directly towards me. I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't think he knows what he's doing. But he's definitely made an error, because he's just going to end up throwing his tank away. I try and dodge his shots and put a shot into him myself. And that's the end of him. Not really sure what he was trying to achieve there. Not the best plan. But then as I decided to go back up to try and get the T20, and that's when everything starts going a little crazy. It seems like the enemy team have all decided the best plan is to go across the middle of the map. And to be honest, I wouldn't say that's their strategy. Not right at the beginning of the game like this, definitely not. So that's their T20 gone, and the MX-12T is also moved across the middle, so I decided to move down towards him. I know that I do go right in the open here, but I don't seem to be taking on that much damage, so looking back it probably wasn't the best plan, but yeah, that happened. So I just decided to go for a ram, haven't reloaded, why not? The Leopard is now starting to come across. It's like this team haven't learnt that if you come straight across the middle of the map you will die. They haven't learnt that, they just keep going with it. It's a very bold strategy, but it doesn't seem to be working for them. So I decided to head back towards the Leopard. Obviously don't want him to get too close to the artillery or anything like that. So I can go after him, but to be honest it's all kicked off now. So getting ready to shoot him. Took a bit of time to aim, and that's the first shot into him. I'm not the only one who's trying to go after him. I mean, we want to preserve our artillery if we can. And unfortunately that's only a critical hit. I mean, of course a Leopard, an easy penetrable target, of course it will end up being a critical hit. Happens to me all the time. Right, I decide, as no one else is racing across now, that I can finish heading down towards the cap. And we've already wiped out a lot of their team. I mean, at this stage I'm feeling quite hopeful that it will be a win. But obviously I always want to do a bit more damage. So I head down. There's lots of our tier 8s still alive, and there's lots of their tier 8s still alive. So, I mean, it's pretty even at the minute. So I'm just heading down. I'm not the only one. So I want to see what I can spot down there. I suspect that maybe they're Chewy, or maybe they're Tiger, maybe they're T71. I'm headed down because they haven't spotted in a while. And around the middle of the map you might see a Jagdpanther going down the middle. They still haven't learnt. They still just want to keep going down the middle. I don't know why a Jagdpanther would do that, it's crazy. He'd be better off staying and sniping, but yeah. So I don't want to go in the cap there, because I feel like they'll know where I am. It's just announcing my position, so I'll just try and make my way round. And there is a Tiger who's already been slightly damaged. I know that if I put 2, maybe 3 shots into him, I can get him, so I'll go up and try and get him. But he's moving down the hill, and I don't really know what I'm doing there. So I decide to move around to get him. I don't really know why I decided to go at that angle. I probably should have gone down and then round. So I get tracked, unfortunately. And I get tracked again, but I'm lucky that my tracks have eaten it, really. I'm not getting damaged. And yes, I do manage to repair just before he manages to get the next shot off. So I know that I can definitely damage him, but then I spot the Chivi, and I think, oh, well, that's a bit more of a tasty target. He's still got a lot of his health, so I decided to go for him. He doesn't seem to really be focusing on me yet. Unfortunately, I missed that one. He's a bit of a moving target, so I decided to go for the tiger again. My T-43 friend is helping me, but for some reason he's gone right out in the open. And that's the first shot into him. It'll probably take 2 more shots to wipe him out at this stage. So I decided to go back again. I'm trying to aim for the cupola here. I don't want to go right out, because I know that he'll shoot me. So I'm a little bit nervous. I don't want to go racing in there, but there's only 3 allies left, so I also want to do kill him, but yeah. I want to speed up killing him, but yeah. I was aiming for his cupola and ended up getting shot myself. I go back again aiming for the cupola, and this time I managed to put it in. He's only got 60 health left, so I feel like I can finish him off, and then there's a tree, so I decided to go for him instead, and I miss. It's getting a little tense at this stage of the game. I think I'm starting to make a few mistakes, just because I'm nervous now that there's not many allies left, and I'm the only one now. We started off so well, and now I'm just the only one left on the team, so not great. Again, I don't know why I got up here. I think that it must be just a little bit nervous, but everyone's firing at me now. The floodgates have opened. I'm everyone's favourite target. I'm the only one left. So I just want to do as much damage as I can, and that's it. That's the end of the battle. I feel like we did well in the beginning there, and we kind of threw the game away. I think we should have maybe done a bit better. I think I did well myself, but I feel like the team let me down there. But as you'll see in the next replay, it's not so much the team letting me down, it's more me letting them down. So the next replay is coming up next. Right, on this game I'm in the T-43, which is the medium Russian tier 7 tank, and I'm on Swamp. This game's completely different because I'm bottom tier this time in a tier 9 game. And to be honest, I feel like in this game the best strategy for me is to sit at the back and try not to die. Because this tank has quite low alpha damage, only about 150 a shot, it's going to take quite a lot of shots to wear down some of these targets, and the penetration is also not great either. So I definitely don't want to be standing in front of them or anything like that. I just want to stay at the back, stay safe, stay alive basically. This has the same gun as the T-3045, which the T-3045 for me is brilliant. I love it, and I feel like at tier 8 it can do really well. But because this tank can see tier 9s, I think that's where it really struggles. It can definitely hold its own in tier 7 and 8 games, but tier 9, not really. I only just started playing tanks about 18 months ago, but my boyfriend said that they used to have an old gun on it, which was absolutely brilliant, but unfortunately it got nerfed. And I feel like maybe they nerfed it a bit too much. It could definitely do with a bit of a buff now, I would say. So I've sort of headed around with the team to sort of the C, D4 area, and there was a tiger, managed to critical damage him, unfortunately not any real damage. And now I'm heading up with the IS-6 and the IS-3 to see if I can spot the Waffentrager, or if anyone else can spot him and I can fire at him. Because I know that he's weak armoured and that my shot should pen, but again, critical hit. And I take a huge hit there. At this stage I'm feeling a bit disappointed, like the game might already be over for me, but I decided to keep going. There is a Super Pershing out there, but I don't think I'm really going to penetrate his armour. And then I noticed the Panther 8.8. Now that is the tank that I will be able to penetrate. So I try and stay well back. I don't really want to be spotted too much. And at first I don't penetrate his armour, but then I begin wearing him down. I think that's one of the things about this tank, is it does just annoy you, it just wear you down. But the Panther 8.8 doesn't really seem to be moving out of the way, or anything. I don't know if he's AFK, or maybe even just a bot, or just not bothered about playing the game at all. Like, oh no, he is moving, it's just strange that he doesn't decide to react to me shooting him in any way. But anyway, carry on wearing him down. No one else is really helping with that at the moment, but it doesn't matter because it's not like he's aiming for me or anything. I can just spend my time doing this at the moment. To be honest, at this stage I'm just thrilled that I'm doing any damage, because there's some targets in this game that I know I won't be able to pen, so I'm just thrilled that I can take him out and do some damage. And then I'm still sort of sitting back, deciding what to do next, not really sure. The Waffentrager's still there, but he's sort of messing around, going behind the rock and all sorts, annoying everybody, so I'm still deciding what to do at this point. I do consider maybe going round, maybe going with the E50, but no, I'm still just thinking, considering I'm in a little dip, so I'm pretty much out of harm's way at the minute. And then there's the Super Pershing there still, he hasn't moved much. I do fire at him again, but really, I think I'm pretty much wasting my time. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to pen him, and I can't aim for weak spots at this distance, so yeah. There's a T-49 enemy coming across towards that E-50, and again, I think maybe I should go around and help him, but no, I feel like the E-50 has probably got this, so there's no need. So I'm still considering what to do. Not really sure at this stage. I do want to be able to help my team, but I'm on such low health at the moment that some things could one-shot me. So, yeah. So I'll just stay here, stay in the dip for a little while. I notice there's still some targets cropping up, like the Tiger 2 and the WZ-111, and I think, oh, maybe I could have a go at those, see if I can get a few shots over to there. I thought I had a shot on the WZ-111, but no, it turns out no, he was gone behind a rock. And the E-50 has successfully took out the T-49, so I think I made the right choice there. I know that as a medium I probably should be moving around a bit more, helping my team a bit more, but as I'm bottom tier, I just think, no, it's better to keep my gun in the game. There's no point risking it at this stage. That Super Pershing is still there. And to be honest, I fire at him again, but it's unlikely. But as he's the only thing to fire at the minute, I'm not losing anything to do it. And then I take another hit. I don't know what hit me, but I suspect it was the T-25-2 because of the amount of damage I took. I think that's probably one of the only things in the game that would do around 200, 250. So, yeah, it must be him. At this point, I do begin to suspect that possibly the SU-152 and the T-25-2 are camping over there, because camping near the enemy base, because they are TDs and they're probably hiding there and sniping, and I think they're probably the ones that are likely to be doing that. So I stay a bit further back. I don't want to be a target for them. And then the Saint Emil is spotted, so I managed to put a shot into him, and then he's gone. And I'm really hoping that I can do the same with some of the other tanks, just to help out. I'm staying well back at the minute. The IS-8 is moving in and spotting things. I'm trying to get the WZ-11, but he's behind a rock. There's no real point with that. I'm still with the IS-6 up here, and we've still got quite a lot of allies. We're about even at the moment, so it's not really clear who's going to win at this moment. And then this T-25-2 is spotted. I know that he's easily penetrable, so I put a shot into him. But unfortunately, it goes off the radar. I put another one in. We don't really know if that hit. I suspect it did, but yeah. And then I'm back to just staying looking for targets. I do consider moving at this point, but as the IS-6 is still up here, I think, no, maybe I'll stay. At least I'm still doing damage up here, even if it's only a little bit, I'm still helping. Seems like we could definitely win at this stage. And there's an E-75 over to the left there. And I sort of messed up a bit with this because there's not much of him on show, but I do try and get a shot in. And the thing is that now I probably could have hit him, but I did the shot too soon, so I sort of messed up with him, but he's on quite low health anyway. I'm taking my time because there's not much to shoot at the moment. And then the Lorraine 40T comes up. He's right in the open, side on, and quite penetrable for me, so I put a few shots into him. No one else seems to be putting any shots into him at the moment except for me, so I'm just sort of wearing him down. And then he looks at me, so I back off straight away, don't want to get shot by him. It's a shame that he doesn't stay spotted, because I would love to go back and do a bit more damage to him. But I'm very wary of the other tanks at the moment. With such low health, yeah, I'm wary of all the enemy tanks. It still seems like we might win at the minute. We're still in the lead. And I'm just taking my time, waiting for the IS-8 and the Tiger 1 to spot things. Unfortunately, I can't get a shot on either of those. I can't get a shot on the RHMB because he's behind a rock, and the same with the WZ. I'm just sort of waiting for something to pop out. I don't want to go too near the edge because I know that 25-2 is still out there, and possibly the Lorraine too. So, I don't want to get killed by those. I don't want them to see me before I see them. And now the RHMB has been took out by the IS-8, so we are wearing the enemy down slowly. And there's the Lorraine 40T, he's cropped up again, and so I come out, and again he's behind a rock, so I can't take a shot at him. And I take my time, I wait for him to come out, and can I get a shot on him? Can I? Yes, he comes out, he makes an error, and he comes out right in front of my gun. And I can reload. Yep, I've got him. So there's only the WZ111 and a T25-2 now, but unfortunately there's just me and a Jagdpanther left. Still, I'm quite calm about it because I think if the Jagdpanther can possibly spot, then I could possibly take out the targets. The WZ has 3 kills though, so I'm a little bit wary of him. And the first thing I think is, me and the Jagdpanther should join forces. We should go together because you're always stronger when you're with someone else, especially when there's only a few of you left. So I do begin to turn and think about doing that. But he is on the other side of the map. It's going to take me a while just to catch up with him. So I think, no, maybe I should go to my original position. And this is where I messed up. I'm completely to blame for what I do after this. I decide to stay here, which is a silly move because everyone blatantly knows where I am. But at the time, I was feeling a little bit tense because it's nearly the end of the game. I really want to win this. I feel like it's been a good game for me, nearly 2,000 damage. So I just think maybe the Jagdpanther can spot something. And I don't want to go too near the edge because I suspect that the enemy is still out there. The Jagdpanther hasn't spotted anything yet. I'm not sure how much health the Jagdpanther's on, but I think he's already been hit once, so it's not looking great, but I'm still optimistic at this point. And he's taking his time moving up, trying to get a shot on the WZ111. I'm hoping that he can maybe draw the WZ out, and then I can get a few shots. I don't know why I don't move at this point. Probably the sensible thing would have been to move. But again, I'm nervous for the 25-2 being out there, and yeah. And then the 25-2 crops up behind me. I should have known. And then, nope, that shot just misses completely. And yeah, that's the end of me. So it was a pretty good game in some sense, because I did one that has an 817 damage. But unfortunately, we don't win. And I think, whereas the last game was more down to my team losing and me doing okay, I think this was purely down to me losing. I think we could have definitely won this if I'd had the sense to know that the 25-2 was coming up behind me. I think I underestimated him, especially as he is tier 7 like me. I just thought maybe he's not very good, but I think I should have took it a bit more seriously and thought that he was going to be coming up with behind me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the replays today. I hope you can see why they're called Better Luck Next Time replays, and I'm sure I'll catch you next time. Bye!